Welcome, family members and friends of St. Augustine. You can see I'm in our beautiful nave, and I'm here on our altar predella, which is beautifully bedecked with autumnal splendor. It reminds me of that famous hymn, "Now thank we all our God, with heart and hands and voices, for wondrous things hath done, in whom this world rejoices, who from our mother's arms has blessed us on the way with countless gifts of love, and still is ours today." That hymn is sung during the Thanksgiving season, and indeed, we are 4 weeks from celebrating that national holiday when we will gather around a common table with family members and friends and give thanks to God for the bountiful blessings that have been bestowed upon us. Indeed, we are 4 weeks away from gathering as a community of faith, as a faith family around this altar table to give thanks to God and indeed to place upon it a tangible symbol of our bounty, of our thanks, as seen in our 2023 pledge cards. You know, here at St. Augustine, we approach the concept and the topic of pledging from a biblical standpoint. For pledges are not simply about paying bills or making sure that salaries are met or even checking the box to pay the dues as if you were part of a social club, but rather when we pledge, it's out of an understanding of gratitude, joyful generosity for what God has bestowed upon us. And if we're able to look back on our lives, we can see how our lives indeed have been full of God's blessings. In fact, for the 2023 year, our stewardship theme is one of generosity. It's God can provide more than enough. More than enough? Indeed, we're reminded of that biblical story with the little boy who gave simply 2 fish and 5 loaves, and Jesus was able to perform a miracle, more than enough for 5,000 people. It was out of his willing spirit, out of a joyful attitude, out of a gracious heart that God was able to provide more than enough. So on November the 20th, you will be invited to place up on this altar table a tangible sign and symbol of your pledge to the ongoing ministry and mission of St. Augustine, so that we can be about the furtherance of spreading the good news of God's love in our community and beyond. And we know that God is able to provide more than enough. So over the next few weeks, I invite you to be prayerful, to consider how you will joyfully and generously offer to God a portion of what God has bestowed upon you. God's blessings to you and yours.